I have a few. Grant, what was said amongst yourselves when you guys found out that Marcus wasn't able to go tonight?
Yeah, we were just there to, for one, pick each other up, be there for one another. We know it's next man up mentality with us. We're a full team, so we know when a guy goes down, we're going to have their backs. So losing Smart, for the game, it's one of those things you never want to have happen because especially who the competitor that Smart is, the leader that he is. But we knew that we would have to come out here and compete, and we still had to play a basketball game tonight. So he was there supporting us and being a great voice on the bench for us. So it allowed us to have some success.
Ime, when he was in here just a few minutes ago, called you a mini Al and said you guys did try to go one-on-one with Giannis a little more defensively, and your number was called often in that situation. How much pride did you take in that?
Yeah, I view it as guarding him on the island, where it's just you and him. You have to do your job. And for us, that was kind of how we kind of viewed it for this game to see how it will go. And he started being a lot more aggressive in the second half and getting downhill and creating for himself. But it's just one of those things that you have to kind of hunker down and trust in the work that you've done and do your best to contain one of the best players in the world.
One more. How were you guys able to ratchet up that level of physicality?
Yeah, we knew that our defense, we'd done a solid job in game one. Our offense was the number one thing we came into this game discussing, and that was where the flow came in. We didn't give up as many fast break points, transition opportunities. That's where they excel. They're one of the best teams in the league at it. And for us, it was just a matter of when we got them at half court, defending and being ourselves.
How tense were things for you guys over the last couple of days, knowing that if you went to Milwaukee down 2-0, that would be pretty bad?
Honestly, we weren't that tense. We all knew that we were going to respond well. As a team, we never really get like that. We trust one another. Even if we ended up 0-2, we knew that we were going to fight back and compete in this series. So for us, it was just a matter of, approaching the game as if we had to make those adjustments. And when we did, we knew we would have success.
And then the way Jalen started, how much of a lift did that give you guys?
Yeah, he came in and locked in. You could tell from just now how he approached when he came to the arena hours early before the game. I saw it in his eyes. So at the start of the game, I was just like, all right, do your thing. And we were supporting and cheering, and he established that tone, set that mark of the aggression on the offensive end of not only just playing the right way and knocking down open shots, but also moving it. And it's one of those things that he's improved on throughout his career. And you have to admire that about him, that he's continued to get better, him and JT both. And JB was a huge leader and a huge component of this win tonight.
Milwaukee got a lot of credit over the last 48 hours for their toughness, for their physicality in game one. Does that motivate you guys? And do you take that personally when that kind of talk happens?
Yeah, we don't really pay attention to most noise around us. We just kind of focusing on each other. But when it comes to that, this is one of the most competitive teams you play in the league. And they have guys down the line that you have utmost respect for because of that. Giannis, Bobby, guys like that, they approach basketball as if it's like life dependent. And those are the ones you love playing against because it brings more out of you. And you got to give them the respect that they deserve, but we also know that we're competitive and we're doing the same.
You had your best scoring night of your career, and Ime, before the game earlier this week, talked about not taking the first good three that comes, but continuing to drive and kick and find that real opening. And you guys had an elite shooting first half and was able to find something at the end. So how much were you guys just focused on being patient and kind of milking the whole shot clock to find the best look?
Yeah, it's just about making the right reads, making the right play. In the first game, we did a kind of a poor job just getting rushed, kind of forcing shots up. The first three that we saw that was open, we shot, no matter if there was three people flying at us. So tonight we just knew that the more we moved it, the more opportunity it would be open. And the way they rotate, the way they play defense, they protect one another. They have each other's backs. So even sometimes they'll send three people to the ball just because they know that if they swing it one more time, another person is going. So the intensity that they play with, you have to be prepared for. And we did a good job of adjusting tonight and just kind of settling in and not letting them rush us or speed us up.
To that point, Grant, the AllFake seemed to be extremely effective against them. You were throwing a bunch of them out there, Brown, just swinging the defense with those. What did you see that kind of inspired you to, get those out there?
Yeah, it's just their principles, knowing exactly what they do on their closeouts, who they close out to, how they close out in certain areas. So for us, it was just a matter of that you saw somebody, depending on the matchup, if someone's closing out on you, you might be able to drive it immediately because of their feet. You might be able to just kick it and swing it and get it off because they're going to overhelp after. So just about understanding who's on the court at the time and who we want to attack. They do a great job of having one another's backs, but we know that we're going to get an open look if we keep moving it around.
And then on that ball movement point, there was one play late in the second. It was like 5-6 passes. Al finished at the end there. You've had a lot of sequences like that this year. How did you get to a point where, you're stringing out those possessions for 5, 6, 7 passes sometimes?
Yeah, it was fun. It was actually hilarious because I think in that one possession, JB ball faked me twice in the corner. And he ball faked me, took a dribble, ball faked me again, and threw it to JT. And JT threw it to Al and laid it up. But I was sitting there, I was like, I'm kind of open. But I was like, you know what? We got a layup, so let me get back on defense. So it was kind of cool. Just that possession, it was so exciting just be on the floor with that because each and every one of us are just out there trusting one another, having fun. And that's when it's a team and you really have success.
A couple things. You really seem to be celebrating the little things like setting a pick that Tatum would hit a 3 on. It seems like almost like you hit a 3. How much pride do you take in those kind of moments? And secondly, did you see the 4 guys in the orange Grant shirts at the end of the far end? I guess not, right?
I did not see that.
You missed it. I was going to ask you about your fan club.
Hopefully I rewatch the film and see the orange shirts out there. That's kind of dope. I never had that in my career. But just in terms of celebrating another success, I think that's what makes us this team so close and close knit. We celebrate each other. No matter if it's JB scoring 30, JT scoring 30, Al, we all celebrate each other and lift each other up. And that's something that I feel like I take pride in because I love winning. And I think this team does as well. And that's our whole mentality, our whole goal. Thank you all.